All right, and we are back for another reaction. And today we are continuing Jujutsu Kaisen. What happened last episode? The gang kind of it's so weird because they're sort of newbies, right? Like Nobara, she's from like a super rural area, and she was just transferred to the urban area. Apparently, there's a huge scaling power difference between demons, and so it's a little curious to see that like not only is she sort of new to this, but Yuuji is also new to this, and so for some reason, this group of three newbies was assigned to kill a super high level demon. Um, I mean, maybe it's because Yuuji swallowed that finger, and so the mentality was like, "Hey, worst comes to worst, that guy he's gonna come out and protect Yuji, or Yuji's gonna have to use or kick into the ability of the demon to protect himself, right? And that is kind of what ended up happening. So before that, Nobara, she was there and she got knocked out and she got taken away like right away, right away. And it's just that's probably like my main concern with this series is that so I mean so far it's kind of done like a pretty good job with the writing, but I do have to remember that it is a shonen action series, and so there are going to be tropes that it is going to be following. Just because that is what shonen action is, right? So when Nobara was first introduced, I got the sense like, oh hey, is she just like the Ochako for the series? And yeah, she kind of has proven to be that. Even not even worse, because I think Ochako was like she kind of proved herself super capable, especially during the Bakugo fight. Oh man, that was awesome. um, but Nobara has lost two of her last two fights, of her only two fights, and so I'm kind of left to wonder, like, okay, so is she? Why is she on this team? She does not seem to be able to defend herself at all. But I mean, that's kind of like the thing that shonen action does is they sort of just kind of just like put female characters in to be damsel in distresses. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a woman needing a guy's help, but it's just the level, the degree at which shonen action series does it. It's just kind of it's something that I don't miss when I don't see it. If that's an indication of how I feel about it. But yeah, so Nobara was gone, and it was just Yuji, and I forget his name because he does not have like a short name, and the shorter the name, the easier it is for me to remember. Um, but yeah, so they were left to fight the demon, but it was more so Yuji because he got like super separated from all of them. Um, Yuji was about to die. He was kind of just like looking at himself like, why am I so weak? Like, why am I not good enough? Maybe I deserve to die, but I don't want to die because my grandpa said you can't die until you have like a fitting death. And I don't think I've achieved a fitting death yet. And that was kind of like something that I was really curious about because in the first episode, we saw that Yuji, his entire life, no matter where he went, he was the strongest person without even trying, without trying at all. And so I was kind of curious to see how he would react to not being the strongest person or having people just as strong as him everywhere around him. And he is not taking it well. He's kind of just like having some kind of inferiority complex. So it's like, oh shit, am I actually trash? Like what the heck? Am I should I just die? Um but before he could die, before the demon could kill him, um the finger thing I was Soboku, something like that. He took control of Yuji, killed the demon, and at the end of the episode, in the final few seconds, he's like, "All right, Yuji, just do your fucking stupid, annoying thing and take over again." But Yuji did not take over again, and so the demon kind of like flashed a sinister grin at the camera, like, "Oh yeah, now it's gonna get crazy." I don't expect it to get crazy. Uh, I expect Yuji to be fine, and he's going to take control, and it's going to be fine. But hey, maybe we're wrong. We've been wrong about our predictions on other series before, and we've actually been wrong about predictions on this series. So let's only one way for us to know we were right or wrong. So let's continue. Um, I don't remember. Yeah. So a couple seconds before where we left off, but
どうした小僧
No doubt he's gonna flash that. There he goes.
の縛りもなく俺を利用したツケだな。俺と変わるのに少々手こずっているよ。
Oh, he's trying to make a deal with Yuuji.
時間の問題だろう。
Interesting, interesting. I thought he was gonna just try to like do as much damage as he could before giving the body back. He wants to make a deal with him. Okay. Reverse curse technique.
虎杖が戻る前に心臓を治させる。心臓を書いた体では俺に勝てないと思わせるんだ。
せっかく外に出たんだ。広く使おう。
Oh, he just kind of wants to get a taste of what this guy can do. Which apparently is not much. Oh boy. Yeah, he does not seem to be feeling it much at all. Okay, so he seems to be having his fun, but he hasn't killed him, and he's intentionally not killing him. He's trying to make some kind of deal. What is the deal? He'll let Yuuji live if they get all his fingers, or... Is that something that only this guy is gonna know? He's gonna lie to everyone else in the, Because that would be like an awesome dynamic.
わからんな。お前あの時なぜ逃げた？宝の持ち腐れだな。まあいい。どのみちその程度ではここは直さんぞ。
Oh, so he has like some super high ceiling as far as like the potential jujutsu that he can reach, or I wonder if it's one of those things where he has to make like some kind of like humongous sacrifice to reach the next level. Megumi. Sacred. Wow, what? What's going on here? Did he have control the entire time? I'm almost done for. Whoa, he took back control just so he could die. Oh. I am kind of curious to see just how powerful that technique that he was about to use, Megumi was about to use, is. Oh, they don't see the other ones. Nice. You knew they would, though. Whether it was because they wanted to or because they had no other choice but to fight. That's what, yes, thank you. That's exactly, I was like, what? Why are they sending like newbies to fight like such a humongous thing? Some
僕の
higher
い
ups
る間
didn't
に
like
特
it, took
権を利
advantage of
用
my
して
absence.
手よく彼を始末したってとこだ。
Oh, so
他
someone's
の
trying to
二人が死んで
sabotage
も
his
僕
group?
に嫌が
Someone's
らせが
trying
で
to
きて
like kill
一石二
the
鳥とか
people he's
思っ
in
てん
charge
じゃ
of?
ない？
いや
Why?
しかし派遣が決まった時点では
僕はいつだって生徒思いのナイスガイさ。
あまり意地地をいじめるな。私たちと上の間で苦労してるんだ。
もっと言って、
男の苦労なんて興味ねえって。
Whoa.
そうか。
Oh, what the hell,
こ
bro?
れが
Dang it. So he's one of those guys,
ステナ
huh?
の器か。
It's a
好
shame.
きにばらし
It's a
ていいの
shame.
ね。
しっかりや。
How about this weather, though, huh?
松本はまだかしら。
Time to show more skin.
なんだ。
New character.
いつにも増して新規臭いな、めぐみ。おつやかよ。
全員先輩。
私を名字で呼ぶんじゃねえ。
Man, why are these names so hard to remember, bro? And another one, another new character.
なんのこと甘やかすだけが優しさかね。
全員先輩。
Zenin.
の扱いなら
Zenin.
学生一だ。筋子。
Salmon Row?
犬巻先輩。
Bro, how am I supposed to?
でもユータといるときは少し丸くなるよな。
That's a bear.
パンダ先輩。あと一人、おっこつ先
Mm-hmm.
でもそれは建前で、初日が団体戦、2日目が個人戦って毎年決まってる。
Okay, so it is a battle school then.
対戦って戦うの？呪術師同士で？
I knew it. Like as soon as like there was like
なら何してもいい呪術合戦。
they were just like, oh, we're gonna send you to a school of teenagers just like you. I was just like, okay, MHA. Are they gonna fight each other? Is it gonna be a battle school? Yeah, that's exactly what it is seeming to be, a battle school.
今はな。
五条悟を戦闘不能にする
Wait, really? He's known as the strongest sorcerer in the world?
ユージを仲間に引き込むこと
I never really got that sense from him. Like, yeah, he was strong, but we haven't really been introduced to this world enough to kind of like scale him against everyone else to reach the point where we just naturally assume like, oh, this guy's stronger than everyone.
許可なく見上げるな。不愉快だ。小僧。
Okay, and that was another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. So, what happened this episode? So Yuji, I mean, we predicted he would regain control. I didn't think it would be in that sort of circumstance where he regained control just so that his body could die. We don't think he's actually dead, but it's really cool that he had like this sort of addiction to be like, hey, even though I was like worrying about, oh, maybe he did it because like, hey, this is a fitting death, right? Right, Grandpa? This is a fitting death. Let me just die right here. Um, a lot of different ways we can take that. We could just sort of say like, hey, that's kind of like pussy shit. You're just looking for any reason to die at this point, and this is like the closest thing that you were willing to accept. Or we could take it like, hey, maybe this is an actual fitting death, where we're able to die, and that way the Bureau will get two fingers back, and they can do whatever they want with them. Um, we won't know. We can't know. We can't know. Only Yuji knows at this point, and he didn't tell us. So Yuji, for now, is dead. We don't think he's actually dead because he's the main character of this series. He's not gonna die, right? But Megumi, we saw he was about to unleash some kind of technique that Sodeku. He was kind of impressed with Megumi's ability to manipulate creatures using just shadows instead of charms. I don't really know the distinction between the two right now, but I'm just gonna take it because in the context that Sudoku told us, we're like, hey, this is actually something super impressive, and I want to see more of it. Give me more of what you can do. And so he was kind of about to show him a little more until Megumi was just like, hey, you know what? Fuck this, fuck this. And so, yeah, as far as Nobara, again, nothing much here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know why it's so hard to develop female characters with shonen. Um, I mean, other anime series do it like pretty well. It's just shonen that kind of doesn't really. Mm, it's a real shame. It's not. I mean, so I don't want it to make. I don't want it to seem like I'm bashing on shonen because it, for some reason, in like any kind of like a lot of media, it's hard to develop or to present like a well-written female character, and I don't know why. Like you literally just have to make them a character. You don't have to be like, oh, this is a woman. This is a woman. Like, no, just make them a character. Like what? This is a person. They're a person before they're a woman. This is a person. But hey, like I said, I'm still holding on hope that maybe it'll surprised me later on because it even surprised me this episode. In my preamble, I was like, "Hey, it surprised me so far. Maybe it'll surprise me again." And it surprised me again. I didn't expect this episode to play out the way it did. He did. So Sudoku seemed like he wanted to get some kind of contract going. He didn't get that contract because Yuji was able to take back control just enough for enough time to die or supposedly die. In the final seconds of this episode, we saw that Sudoku's kind of just chilling inside, like sort of waiting for his opportunity to come back. I think as long as the fingers aren't inside his stomach, he can do whatever the hell he wants with that corpse or that body. He'll show us next episode. Undoubtedly, within the first 2 minutes, he'll show us. We got introduced to 3 new characters, 4 new characters, 5 new characters. Dude, chill with the characters. Just introduce them gradually. Don't just throw a bunch of characters at us and then expect us to care or remember, man. So, mm, we got Panda, we got Salmon, we got Zenin, and that's all we remember. We don't remember because, dude, that's a lot of characters to try to introduce in the last half of an episode. It's not even an entire episode dedicated to them in the last half of an episode. Fuck. But yeah, so no real opinion on them. So far, they just seem extremely tropey because they are just introduced. I'm crossing my fingers that they're kind of developing because I'm not really getting, at this point in time, I'm not really getting a clear plot with Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know what the point of this all is. I know they want to get all the fingers. Why? How? When? What's the time limit? What's the time frame? What's the impending doom? What's going on here? Nothing. I haven't gotten anything of that. Like I'm enjoying my time with Megumi and Yuji, but honestly, if it doesn't kind of like sort of develop like interesting plot or some kind of like time limit, I don't even know. I don't know. The animation quality is just like so good though. Like I just really hope it like develops well, in like the following episode, or even I'll give it like 2 more episodes and then we'll see if any sort of clear, interesting plot comes through. If not, then I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling about the series before continuing it, just because like I don't want to force myself to watch something just because it's super popular. Like I know a lot of people love the series, but if I'm not really enjoying it, then I'm not gonna continue watching it. I've kind of dropped other series in the past, like what was the name of it? It was called, I think, Insomniacs After School. I dropped that, even though I was so excited to watch it. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I don't drop it. Hopefully, I end up actually super enjoying it. I know that's what happened with Read Zero, where like in the first episode, I was like, dude, I hate this guy. I hate that girl. Like, I can't see myself watching this more. But the more and more I kept invested in it, the more like, I'm sorry, the more I kept watching it, the more invested I got in it, right? And so I'm hoping the same thing happens with this. But only one way to find out, and that is to tune into the next video, next episode. So that'll do it for this reaction. Please like and subscribe for more reactions. I react to anime series, movies, other shows that I'm watching. If this isn't your thing, I also stream regularly on Twitch at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you need some background noise while you do chores, all that kind of stuff, I'm pretty good at talking to myself. But if this is all you see me, my name's Adam. Thanks for checking out Jupiter Machine. And as always, steal credit cards, hurt your loved ones, plant some flowers. Happy New Year, everybody. Until next time, bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.